Welcome to the good life.
And after all the talk, all I gotta say is
Welcome to the good life.
You're welcome. You're all welcome. Like we always do with this time.
So we've taken Locomote from the start of the year being 2 guys to where it is now to being, a fully functional business that has every single end of the spectrum, with regards to running a business. We've gone, from just a 2-man bandwagon all the way through to we have now everything from finance all the way through to, advice and accountants and everything that we have infrastructure-wise to allow us to grow and to expand exponentially.
And some of the work that we're doing now, we're playing in the big leagues, so we're dealing with Australia's top brands and the biggest companies going around, and also becoming pretty much a technology source for startups to come and approach us to help them get their project off the ground.
So David and Ross and the inclusion of Stephen and the team of Locomote, I suppose, filled every criteria, which for us it's very much someone that actually has the passion, has the same DNA as we call the DNA, and has the drive to back themselves.
So we have clients across the board from, scaling every vertical. So we have a major retailer, major insurance company, we're working with a major legal company and
some of the biggest travel agencies.
We're in NDAs and we're not allowed to divulge everything yet, but maybe this time next year we can do it again, and actually we can have them all listed on our website. But we're working with some major companies. It's really exciting times for us at the moment.
I think the difference is the combo between the two. They really work as a team and they play off each other's strengths and weaknesses.
The whole uni experience taught us a lot, or taught us little. Either way, there was a lot of self-teaching going along. The type of advice we were given throughout the process was very old school in regards to the way, especially technology and everything was changing. We felt that we had to learn ourselves throughout the 3 years of being at university. And
it was always drummed into us that you have to have a certificate. We had a hatred for routine and for normal processes. It's just not something that we're used to. So any time you would ever engage with a business and work under somebody else, you'd always have to follow their routine, their processes. Didn't really work well for us, so we had to have our own ideas and our own creativity come out of it. And that was the start, I think, knowing that wanting to be the boss rather than work under the boss. The whole point of the business in its early days was basically just to get experience to actually get a job. So we went into business. David, I think, was first year uni and I was finished uni. We started doing, Inferno Design or some weird name at the start that we couldn't do because we found out later that somebody already had that registered. So we had to then go back and change that to something else. It was a big deal. We had no idea what we were doing. So then we started doing just little jobs odds and ends through our family and through networks, and we slowly built it up, over that year. Each year on year we kept doubling our business. So I think I got a full-time job, a part-time job at one stage just to counteract that, to make sure it would work. Hated it, couldn't work under somebody else, tried to take over the business, and Dave did the same thing. And then we decided that, we'll stop that and go into the business full-time.
Well, it comes down to their attitude, seeing their hunger, seeing that anything is possible. So, I mean, that attitude really does inspire me, because if there's an obstacle, it's people like Ross and Dave, among many others that I think of, that allow me to make things happen. We
used to work hours and hours at, on my mum's family table in the younger days whilst we built the business. We used to come home from work and then work from 6 o'clock till probably 11 o'clock at night doing websites and odds and ends and that sort of thing. And then we built it year on year. We ended up doubling our business.
What I think makes them so different is, they're willing to listen and figure out different options to make things happen. They come up to you with suggestions, they're willing to listen to suggestions, but they'll also go out of their way to find out different ways of making things possible as well, which comes down to their attitude, and I find that that really does separate them from many other people.
We saw the Entourage, I think, through a friend of ours. Shot us the link, and so we got a couple of tickets, and then the morning of the event, the previous night, we actually had a birthday and had a big night, and we both woke up, and I think it was about 8 in the morning, we both texted each other saying, really can't be bothered going. And we're probably so close to pulling out, and then I pretty much said, we've paid for it, might as well go. And I've got to say, that was probably a turning point for the company, where we came to the event, got some really great content, and met some great people.
Yeah, and we always knew that we needed to take the business to the next level. We knew that we had the skill set, and we knew that we had the passion, and we knew we had the work ethic. So we were wondering why other people could do it and why couldn't we. The one thing that we missed out that we actually learned from the whole scalable and saleable as well was leverage. So learning to leverage off other people and other, and work with other businesses and actually then grow using that. One thing that we never identified, which was it's a very simple word, leverage, but it's actually basically made us develop year after year, doubling our business onward.
Future for Ross and Dave. Well, just recently, Ross posted a photo of this view from Sydney Harbour, penthouse suite. That's what I see in the future for Ross and Dave.
Without using too many cliches, the world's their oyster, because really they're in a space that's booming.
It's been an amazing journey from the last 12 months. We've gone from just being us two to now having a fully scalable business. We're living a dream basically. For everything that we wanted to do, we've achieved that, and now we're setting goals after goals. So we'll set a goal, and we're very aggressive with our goal setting. We won't set goals for a year, 2 years, 3 years. We'll set goals months. So we set this month we want to do this, and then if we do have a 5-year plan, we don't think that works in our space. So we set month-to-month goals, and we're achieving that. And with our aggressive goal setting, I think that's taken us to a new level. But yeah, it's an amazing feeling to take a business from mum's living room to now being a fully scalable business.
The future for the Locomote boys, BRW top 100, retire at 35 and then start up another big successful business.
Yeah, and it just keeps on moving. So we've hit, like Ross said, we've hit our goals now, but there's always new goals. So it's a good time to reflect. We sort of haven't really had that chance because things are moving so fast. So we've hit a milestone now, we're looking at the next one and the next one after that. So it's all about now just to never stop staying still, to keep moving all the time with the company, because if you stand still you get left behind. People say like an overnight success, but we're an overnight success in 8 years. So there's no such thing. It's taken a lot of hard work and a lot of long hours and a lot of failures to get us to where we are now, and we're probably not even 1/10 of where we want to be. So it's just about keep pushing and keep moving the company along.
You guys obviously have a terrible fashion sense. Is that something you were both born with, or?
I think it's the link we had with a bit of a mistake on our part.
Yeah. David just likes to always follow in the footsteps of someone who's older than him.
Is that just poor genetics, or?
Yeah.
Looking after my elders, so he's an old man, so I've got to follow him.
Everyone says that he looks older than me, so.
Stress of being married. Sorry, Grace.